Hi, it's Nina, coming to you from the beautiful Thelma Harris Gallery here in Oakland, California. For my Feel More summer series, I'm going to actually be bringing you some great and interesting things. But to kick it off, I actually had a beautiful interview with Zane of Zane Sex Chronicles. On May 30th, I'm going to have a follow-up to my hugely successful art show, Sugar in the Raw Erotic Photography Movement. This year's theme, Naturally Sweet. And lastly, I'm going to have a party. So be prepared, check back for details. Remember, it's NinaPresents.com, Nenna Presents.com. Is there a difference between the pen name or the screen name Zane versus who you are personally?
In a sense. When I'm at home, I'm the other person for the most part.
Okay.
Zane is more of a personality that comes across in the books and when I go out and do book signings and stuff like that. So I guess I like the two separate people.
Are there times that Zane steps into your personal life and you don't want that to happen?
Yes, it happens.
It happens. So tell us about that.
Well, if I get into personal, it's funny because my boyfriend, he calls me Zane when I do that, when I bring that persona into our relationship,
Okay.
you know.
What's your purpose as this other
Well,
person?
the real me is
Yes.
a mother, a dedicated mother. I'm very domestic. I cook fresh vegetables and stuff every day, you know, do the laundry. I don't even have a housekeeper. I enjoy doing that kind of stuff, spending time with my kids, doing stuff in the community, all that kind of stuff. Zane's purpose is to empower other women and to liberate women's and men sexually and just spiritually and help them communicate better in their relationships.
The core theme of your books, tell us about that.
Well, the core theme is that if someone can feel liberated and empowered when it comes to their sexuality, which is generally the area that most people feel least comfortable discussing, then it is my hope that it trickles over into other aspects of their lives. And in each one of my books, I have a much deeper purpose than the sex. The sex is just a segue to get people's attention. The real story, the real message is something completely different. And with each book, it's something different. So like if you name a book, I can tell you exactly what my purpose was.
Purple Panties.
Well, with Purple Panties, I really was excited about doing a lesbian anthology. I believe that people need to accept people for who they are, that it was important to do it because I actually publish gay and lesbian books as well. And I know that it's hard to get distribution for them a lot of times or to get them picked up in stores. So I wanted to do it and I did it. And there was some, problems with some of the bookstores, which was funny to me. And they ended up picking it up afterwards and actually putting the book on back order when they realized they didn't have the book and people wanted it.
Right.
So I've done the follow-up book now, Missionary No More, because we got so many great submissions that I really wanted to split it into two books. So that came out a few months ago. With the Sisters of APF, and actually the sequel comes out May 26th, entitled Headbangers, an APF sexcapade. With the Sisters of APF, I really wanted to explore women who were just totally uninhibited in their sexuality. But in the book, I took a young lady named Mary Ann Ferguson, who's the daughter of a chicken farmer in Idaho, and put her into this world that was totally unknown to her, a woman who had only ever been with one man in her entire life, and let her go through this sexual liberation and this growth through these other women who helped her, get through that, who had already found themselves.
And lastly, Dear G-Spot.
Well, with Dear G-Spot, which is probably the most important book to me because it goes back to my roots. A lot of people don't know that in 1997, I actually started answering advice mails from women 3 years before I ever put a book out. So that is really my basis for why I do what I do. And I know what my purpose is. My purpose is because of the thousands of emails I receive every month at this point from people who really are confused about their relationships and their sexuality. And I would always say, my emails could really be a book. And so finally I turned a lot of them into one.